And yes, we are the nation's number one talk station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome to the last hour of the show. It's 8 minutes past the hour, so we're going to make it very, very quick. We are going to continue our conversation on dyslexia this morning. But before then, from Monday through through Wednesday and even till today, we've not given out our usual 10,000 naira daily on the morning crossfire. So we're putting everything together. This morning to give 5 people 10,000 naira each. That means 50,000 naira. Today alone. Olamide, the good news bearer is here. The good news bearer is here.
Yeah, Sheriff, I'm back. And the treasure hunt is back too this morning. Yeah, so we're giving out 50,000 naira. It's bigger and it's better.
Yeah.
And what you're looking for today, the treasure for today is a banner of or a clickable banner, flyer of the novelty match happening on Saturday. I hope you're ready. Are you playing that, Sheriff?
Yeah, why? Of course. I'm the striker, man. I'm the striker.
So the clickable flyer of that banner is of that novelty match is the treasure they should look for. So they should just go, get the Nigeria Info app if you don't have it. Check anywhere. Then the first 5 people that finds it, clicks it, then fill in their details correctly, will be the winner this morning. So we're looking for 5 winners, 50,000 naira to give in. Your time starts now.
Oh, wait. It's starting now?
Yeah.
You are still here now?
Yeah, now. Maybe they just stop hearing my voice, then
they can go and search
game
for
on.
it.
Yeah, it's game on.
Fantastic. So you'll be back later to announce the winners.
I'm back after the break to announce
5 people.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's a lot. And I'm really thank you. I will see you
Sheriff.
later after the break. Lagos, Nigeria. Let's go on with our conversation this morning on dyslexia. Last week we had our first part of that conversation. Today we will be continuing with our second part of that conversation. And just so you know, every Thursday we discuss health and health-related matters only here on the Morning Crossfire. And thanks to everybody that always stay tuned. So today we have the part 2 of the conversation about dyslexia, which is said to be language processing disorder. But I will not get into it. I don't like getting into it when I already have guests here already. Mr. Ben Arikpo is here. He's chairman, board of trustees of Dyslexia Foundation. He joins me live in the studio this morning. Mr. Ben, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
It's good to have you here
again. Yeah.
Let's quickly get it, because this is going to be very, very interactive. Would implore you, wherever you are this morning, you can ask my guest any question. If you got one right now, start sending them in, because we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Anything you want to ask about dyslexia, just send them in on our Facebook page, Nigeria Info 99.3. Our YouTube channel is Nigeria Info 99.3. If you want to send in via WhatsApp as well, feel free to send in via WhatsApp. WhatsApp number is 0809 597 5805. For those who didn't join our conversation last week, we're going to set the foundation right now. Mr. Ben, what is dyslexia?
Thank you very much, Sheriff. I like to take it always from. I know that your guest last week's guest has already talked about the language-based disorder.
Yeah.
But I like to take it from the brain point of view.
Okay.
When we say it's a neurological condition, we're saying in essence that it is brain-based. You have dyslexia because of the way your brain is wired, and God in His infinite wisdom decided how He wires your brain. Having said that, you could also have your brain wired according to genetics, according to your parents and great-grandparents' brain condition.
So it can be hereditary. That's what you're
That's
saying.
one of the causes of dyslexia.
Oh.
It could be hereditary. You inherit it from your parents or from your great-parents or grandparents or great-grandparents. So it runs in families.
What does it mean to be dyslexic?
It means that you have a struggle or inability to read, write, spell, and comprehend. You struggle.
Slow down, Mr. Ben.
Or have an inability.
Read,
write,
spell,
and comprehend.
And comprehend.
Four characteristics.
Oh.
And then there is a fifth one, which is also a byproduct or a twin condition, which is attention, lack of focus, focus and concentration. People with dyslexia would often suffer from lack of focus and concentration.
Short attention span.
Yeah, very, very short. And because of that short attention span, they act on impulse.
Oh.
So when you give them something to do and they're not comfortable with doing it, they just impulsively act on it. So when we say someone has dyslexia, it means that the person struggles with those 4 things I mentioned.
Let's break it down further. So the person cannot read at all.
Struggles to.
Let
me tell you how they read. And most parents would do that.
Yes.
You see, reading is about fluency. But people with dyslexia don't have that fluency. So their reading is choppy. They count the words, as we say.
Oh.
So they boy, is, all those things become a challenge. So they count their words. At the end of their so-called reading,
Yeah.
the words don't add up to a sentence.
Oh.
So they don't understand what that means. That's why comprehension is also challenged, because their reading is choppy. It's not fluent. For anyone to say know how to read, you must read fluently, and then you must understand what you read by answering questions based on what you have read.
How early? What's the diagnostic of dyslexia? How early can a child be diagnosed of dyslexia?
As early as 4.
4 years.
Yes, but you can start seeing the signs even from before the child is 1 year old.
How?
All right. Let me say, I mentioned the causes of dyslexia. I mentioned genetics.
Yeah.
The other second cause is about traumatic brain injury.
Okay.
So when a child is born, traumatic brain injury is simply that the child's brain has been traumatically attacked, either as a fetus or while in the course of the birth process.
Yeah.
And this is where it's very important for particularly women to be conscious of the fact that when you are going for delivery or labor, as they call it, I prefer delivery, right? Don't let your delivery be more than 2 hours before you ask for elective surgery. You know, what do we hear in churches? Oh, people give testimonies that are delivered naturally, as if delivering with a cesarean section is not natural.
It's a curse.
It's a curse. And so pastors and imams and everybody, priests and everybody tells people, don't worry, you deliver like a Hebrew woman. But you're a Nigerian. You're not Hebrew.
You're not.
Yeah, so,
You're just not.
So go to the delivery room, and if after 2 hours you find out that you're struggling to deliver, please elect for CS. Now, the reason is that while the child is struggling, while you are still struggling in labor,
Yeah.
the child becomes weakened. And as a result of that weakness, 2 things might happen.
Okay.
One is there is deprivation of oxygen to the brain, a condition known in medical circles as aphasia. Aphasia can result in a brain damage at that point, or a brain injury that would then cause that part of the brain that is attacked or damaged or injured to result in a learning disability.
Oh.
It's not just dyslexia at this point, because that particular damage may result in any of the other learning challenges. So that's one thing. And then when the child comes out, very often they don't cry. That's why you see the nurses and people on duty, they turn the child upside down, they beat the child's butt and turn him upside down, then the child starts crying. They're trying to get oxygen back onto the brain so that the child can cry. All right. Once you see that happen, as a mother, as a parent, be very mindful, because that condition might lead to the child having a learning challenge. It could be dyslexia, it could be any of the other ones. So when that happens, sometimes also you see them rush the child to an incubator, put the child in an incubator or something, or even try to do, I'm following that might be also jaundice.
Yeah.
So you see the child didn't cry because of the stress they've been to. Then there is the jaundice that is following it. All these are preconditions that you will see. So when the child is now 9 months, you see that the child is not able to sit, not able to crawl. That's why I say you can even begin to see it before the child is 1.
Those signs.
The signs. You see that they struggle with sitting or crawling or meeting all developmental milestones. And above all, they struggle with speech. At the age of 2, they're still not ready to talk. And then you say, oh, my child is not talking. Everybody around tells, especially if it's the first child, they say, don't worry, they will get over it. Please, once your child is not speaking at the age of 2, start looking for a speech therapist. That means
a speech
therapist. Yes. That's what I ask parents. Someone comes to me at 7, the child is 7 and is not talking, and I say, what have you done? Say, we've been praying. Yes, prayer is good, but you should seek a speech therapist first, because there are people who should help the child to speak.
I want to fast forward. We'll come back in a moment. Let's fast forward to an unmanaged dyslexic condition. What is it like?
Okay, let me speak from experience. I have a child who had dyslexia.
Okay.
My son is 18 now.
Okay.
At 9, I found out he had dyslexia. My wife was always telling me about him struggling. And I said, don't worry, you'll get over it. Because his 2 siblings are very smart. So smart that any subject they take, they win the prize in school. And we stopped going for parents' prize giving days because when they win the prize, their colleagues will say normal thing. Right. So it wasn't no longer motivating for us to be going. Now, then comes this one. He was unable to read. And my wife traveled, his lesson teacher didn't show up, and I had the burden of preparing him for his exam.
Yeah.
And what did I notice? He was not able to read the books he brought from school.
My word.
But if you ask him anything, he was eloquent. He could speak clearly and very well. In fact, he has what psychologists call an A-type personality. Anywhere they go, they take leadership. You know, that kind of person. But he speaks well. So, but he can't read. He's hyperactive. He's running all over the place. In fact, in one of the schools he went to, everybody in the school knew him. Why? Because when the class is going on and he's distracted, he's not following, he goes to the orchestra room to play music, to play the drums.
My word.
And when the school session is going on, you hear anybody playing drums, everybody shouts his name. All right? So that's the kind of thing you go through. As a parent,
Yeah.
you went through that struggle. I was talking with someone yesterday evening. A child is 13. He's still unable to read at 13 because he has not been able to be helped earlier on. There's a window of help between the age of 6 and 16.
Okay.
It is possible to rewire the person's brain between 6 and 16. It takes 2 years to do that.
Right.
But after 16, it takes 3 to 5 years. It's not that it's impossible, but you can do it. And this is the point I want parents to realize. Don't be in a hurry to see results, because they bring a child, register a child for brain training,
Yeah.
and then after 6 months they say, "Oh, I'm not seeing results." No, even for myself, it took me 6 months to see the first result. And what was the first result I saw? Not related to any academics. He was watching a Yoruba movie. He doesn't speak Yoruba, but he was reading the subtitles. And when I asked, yeah, that's what you see. I said, "You reading?" He said, "Yeah." I paused the thing and said, "Read for me." He was reading. He has started to read with comprehension. And by the end of that term, his grades moved away from D and F. So that's a journey that we follow.
So there's no quick fix.
There's no quick fix with dyslexia. In fact, in some people who have not managed it, because I like the word you use, unmanaged, people who have not managed it will carry to adulthood. And then they start having problems with relationships. They have problems with family. My family doesn't understand me. And I see parents who are so frustrated because they don't understand what's going on. This chap appears intelligent because people with dyslexia have average and above average intelligence.
Yes, I heard that.
But they just can't apply that intelligence to academic work because their brains are not wired that way. In a conversation at home, my son is very quick to see a different point of view, which most cases, either in school or amongst his peers, they won't give him the opportunity to express that point of view.
Right.
Until you build his capacity to be able to enforce and say what he thinks, like he does now. Say what you think. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. Just say it.
Just say it out.
And most times when he says it, he's right.
How can parents help at home?
How can they help at home? First and foremost, when the child is growing up,
Yeah.
that's the first thing to do. Be mindful of these signs I've talked about. Inability to read, write, spell, or comprehend. Inability to rhyme. As soon as the school, because they start from nursery or kindergarten and tell you, "Oh, this child is not rhyming, is not singing," begin to look for support. Now, what can you do at that point? Okay. One, get some toys.
Okay.
First, you have to start with the cognitive skills. What is making the people unable to do the things I'm talking about now is the difference in their cognitive skills. Okay. That's why we say sometimes that dyslexia is a learning difference. They just learn differently. So some are kinetic learners, some are visual learners, some are just maybe hands-on. And I've seen parents a lot who tell me, "Oh, my child is very hands-on, but he cannot apply this hands-on experience to his work."
Right.
So that's what I say to them. Start with toys, Lego, or any toys that he can break up and fix themselves.
Yeah.
They're very good at that. That helps their cognition. Get them to read. 3/4 of our parents are not hands-on parents. They hire a lesson teacher, they pay the school fees, and that's all they do. It's enough. No. At least spend 30 minutes to 1 hour every day with your child. Find out what the child has done in school and what the child can then be helped to do. But most parents tell me, "But Of course, as you know, because
They
their
leave the
own
job to their
dyslexia.
teachers.
Yes, they themselves as parents have had these signs of dyslexia as well. So they are afraid to even help the child. A parent told me that one of his greatest challenges is children coming back and say, "Daddy, come and help me with my homework," when he knows he can't. So how can he help himself? So he has to first help himself to be able to help the children. And then, of course, seek out a help, a center where they can be trained. There's a professional way of training, first assessing them.
Yeah.
If you assess them professionally, you see the weaknesses in their cognitive skills. You see the differences and the challenges about their reading. There's modern technology that can even tell you minutely track the eye movement.
Yeah.
And know how much time they spend on difficult words in the course of reading. Based on that, you can establish a reading level.
Right.
And then you can determine an intervention to follow it. The challenge I have with parents is always saying, "Oh, it's not my portion." And that is not my portion makes them not even try anything at all. They say, "Oh, I like to use this example all the time.
Yeah.
I was speaking to a parent just about this year, after the lockdown. He was so pissed about this condition of his child. As far as he's concerned, there's nothing wrong with the child. He's just being lazy. At the end of my feedback to him after reviewing the thing, he said, "Oh, so you found an English name for my child's laziness."
Oh my word.
I mean, that was the height of it. And as we speak, his wife is desirous to do the program,
Yeah.
the training,
Yeah.
and correcting the thing.
Yeah.
But he's not ready to be supportive. He said the person is
Mr. Ben,
lazy.
we're going to go to break. Let's take a break. When we return from this break, we'll open up our telephone lines and take some comments that have come in on our socials and get people's reactions so we can, answer people's questions. Stay with us, Lagos. We'll be right back with you on the Morning Crossfire Health Thursday. Morning to you.
This is an infomercial.
Hey, what's going on? It's your deals plug, and as usual, I've got the most fantastic information on the market. And guess what? It's tailor-made just for you. Now, a great performance doesn't just happen. It takes the right person, a charismatic entertainer who is able to translate the mood of the music in any medium, with the right band of instrumentalists, a seasoned technical team to ensure you get the best out of everyone, and a hunger to take the source material and make it better. Getting all these elements together in the same place is our superpower at Cloud. From the biggest names in music on the continent to talented underground artists with something to prove, Cloud Africa is using live music to create new and exciting ways to discover new artists and enjoy the music you already love. Discover African music like you've never heard it before by visiting the Cloud Africa YouTube channel on youtube.com/c/Cloud Africa, or search for our dedicated Cloud Sessions playlist on Apple Music and Spotify to experience the best live music from the continent. And if you want to make magic with us, we're just one message away. Visit cloud.ng to learn more, or send us an email with the subject matter Cloud Sessions at studio@clouds.ng. Cloud Live, the biggest African hits like you've never heard them before.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Would you like to win some money? Of course you do. Who doesn't like a woof? Well, guess what? Your number one talk station, 99.3 Nigeria Info, will be giving out 100,000 naira daily for the next 30 days. What do you have to do to win? Well, I guess you're going to have to stay tuned to find out. Every day for the next couple of days, 100,000 naira will be giving out on the station. Stay tuned to find out how to win.
To grow a business in Nigeria, your connections have to be strong. And I'm not talking about some godfather in the villa or plugs in the corridors of power. No, it's the small, everyday connections like how quickly do you address customer queries? How effectively do you track your staff progress? Yeah, that's the kind of connection we're talking about. And to be that connected, you need a reliable partner like Airtel Business.
That's right. With Airtel Business, you enjoy reliable, unlimited fixed internet that keeps all your business connections seamless. You also enjoy 24/7 dedicated care lines. Contact Airtel Business at ng.airtel.com today. Airtel, the smartphone network. Hey, you can now flip or fold. The world's first water-resistant foldable smartphones, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Flip 3, are Now available in our certified retail stores. Simply walk into the nearest store to you to either make a purchase, trade in your old devices, or apply for our device financing plan, which allows you get the device and spread the payment for up to 12 months. You can also enjoy 12 months of screen damage protection when you register your device on Samsung Care Plus within the first month of purchase. T's and C's apply. For more information, visit Samsung.com.
I don't get a lot. Oh, hey. As a man who has a lot of responsibilities, I make it a point of duty to use my money wisely. One of the ways I do that is by investing in real estate. Not just with anybody, but with a solid partner like LifePage. For the past 9 years, LifePage has been committed to not only providing me with the best real estate opportunities and investments, they always ensure that I get the best possible returns on my money, and the alerts keep coming. So, if you're looking to create wealth, buy a home or land, call these numbers now. 0906 000 5737 or 0906 000 5747 or mail. Find us at lifepagegroup.com. Excuse me, I have another lot to attend to. LifePage, making lives richer.
As a partner who shares your ambition, we understand what it takes to break barriers and expand your business. That's why we're excited to introduce the Smart Business Loan from Standard Chartered Bank.
With the SC Smart Business Loan, you can get up to 20 million naira to expand your business. This is available to schools, manufacturers, retail and wholesale traders with no collateral needed. Smart Business Loan from Standard Chartered Bank is easily accessible. Simply contact your relationship manager or send an email to nigeriabb.products@sc.com or call 234-123-68475, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. workdays. To get started, visit www.sc.com/ng for more details. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good.
Nice strike! Guy, imagine say Messi, Ronaldo with Mbappe dey your house. Imagine the kind football experience where you go enjoy. Go imagine say you cross leg on top share, dey flex for your house because now our home, our football with La Liga, Serie A and Premier League.
No, they imagine things so. Go get your own GoTV decoder plus 1 month of mass subscription for only 9,500 naira. I'll make you enjoy all the Obonge live matches wey full ground this season. GoTV, love it.
Someone gave me this script to read, but I'm JJ Kocha. I don't know how many words I must read in a minute. I play football, not Mr. Actor. I don't read scripts. I'm at my best when I feel this. That feeling, that's betting. Join us at betking.com.
For those wondering if the new Schweppes Zobo tastes as good as they say it does, experience tells us. Try it. Find out for yourself. Introducing new Schweppes Zobo, made with over 200 years of experience.
0700 4300 0700 4300.
Akayode, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Who owns this number you are trying so hard not to forget?
It is the number of the real estate company who are going to give me 100% dry land, which ranges from 700,000 to 7 million in Ibejuleki. And guess what? This land will sell for over 20 million to 50 million in the space of 2 to 5 years.
Why Ibejuleki?
Have you not heard? Lands in Ibejuleki appreciate with 300% within a period of 1 year because of the development in that area, like the Dangote Refinery, the Free Trade Zone, the Lakapa Tropicana, Deep Sea Port, New International Airport, and so on.
Oh, really?
Of course! These properties are affordable, and not just that, you can pay for 6 to 24 months.
Wow, who are they?
Vines Realty, a leading real estate company in Lagos, Nigeria, with affordable properties in the best locations just for you. Call us now on 0700 4300, 0700 4300, or visit our office at Suite 48 Dominion Plaza off Igbo FM bus stop, Lekki, Lagos. Remember, think lands, think vines.
Every careless 5K, where is supposed go?
Echo Bank straight.
Every urgent 5K call.
Echo Bank straight.
E get why. Season 2 of Echo Bank Super Rewards don't land as it land before.
put 5,000 naira for your EcoBank account. Make it rest here for 30 days. Or open new EcoBank account with 5k. 50 people go win 25,000 naira every week for the next 4 months. The grand prize now 1 million naira for 4 people. Enter with your 5k. EcoBank straight. EcoBank Super Rewards campaign. Now from October to January 2022. Ask your brother, sister, friend, neighbor to join and you go get something. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
This promotion has been approved by the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission.
To grow a business in Nigeria, your connections have to be strong. And I'm not talking about some godfather in the villa or plugs in the corridors of power. No, it's the small, everyday connections like how quickly do you address customer queries? How effectively do you track your staff progress? Yeah, that's the kind of connection we're talking about. And to be that connected, you need a reliable partner like Airtel Business.
That's right. With Airtel Business, you enjoy reliable, unlimited fixed internet that keeps all your business connections seamless. You also enjoy 24/7 dedicated care lines. Contact Airtel Business at ng.airtel.com today.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Yes, yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's Zima 4. They call me a friend. Hello, everyone. My name is Yeris Abraham. My name is Vector the Viper. My name is Mr. Ainana. Name is Sim Card. Officer Shukov, my flag. Come join me as we have fun and celebrate Nigeria Info. When me and my friends will humble Nigeria's Info OAPs. Come and see what my bullet can do. Let's hang out on the 30th Saturday of October at Open Center.
The Nigeria Info anniversary train hits the football pitch. Come witness your favorite on-air personalities trade tackles with a uniquely assembled celebrity all-stars team featuring Dandy Humorous, Josh Too Funny, Vector, Ife, Yerins, and many more. Side attractions include music and sack race. Venue, Upbeat Center, Lekki. Date, October the 30th. Time, 4 p.m. Don't miss it.
Everybody wants a big deal, but ask yourself, what is a big deal? How big must a big deal be to qualify as a big deal? Ladies and gentlemen, something big is coming, and it starts on the 5th of November, 2021. Wait for it.
Hey, you can now flip or fold. The world's first water-resistant foldable smartphones, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Flip 3, are now available in our certified retail stores. Simply walk into the nearest store to you to either make a purchase, trade in your old devices, or apply for our device financing plan, which allows you get the device and spread the payment for up to 12 months. You can also enjoy 12 months of screen damage protection when you register your device on Samsung Care Plus within the first month of purchase. T's and C's apply. For more information, visit Samsung.com.
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It is a crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're back with our conversation, Dyslexia. But before we get into it, it's time to announce the 5 lucky winners of 10,000 Naira each. Olamide, the good news bearer, is here.
Yes.
All right, Olamide, who are these winners?
Yeah, so the first five persons that found the treasure this morning. We have Okpayemi Abraham. We have God's Power Shedrack. Then we have Azo Ude. Ogbe Promise, then finally Peace Ibe.
Peace eBay.
Yeah, Peace eBay.
So the thing is, if you've won before, if your name is here again, you may not be able to get, you will not be able to get your payment if you've won before, if your name is on this list. And this is the last week.
Yes.
Of the giveaway.
Final week of the giveaway.
Final week of the giveaway.
Yes.
Oh my goodness me.
So let me take the names again. Okpayemi Abraham, God's Power Shedrack, Azo Ude, Ogbe Promise, then finally Peace eBay. That's all, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we going to have these names posted online?
Yes, exactly.
So you can get on our Facebook page. It'll be up in a moment.
It's
all right.
also on our Instagram page and Nigerian
Instagram page.
FM Lagos.
All right.
Yes.
Nigerian for FM Lagos. Alamide, thank you. Thank you so
very
much.
much, sir.
Congrats to the winners. Ben Arikpo. Mr. Ben Arikpo is still here with me. Thank you again for doing this, Mr. Ben.
Thank you very much.
But let's go to the telephone and take some calls and take some questions, because I have tons of my own questions here, and I think we can take some reactions now from the people, especially parents, guardians, even adults who want to who have questions, one or two questions on dyslexia. 0700 993 993 993. And female only line is 01465 7190. That's our female only line. You can be anonymous if you choose to. If you want to be anonymous, you're very, very free to do that. I'm going to speak with Ade Bamigbe or something from Ejigbo. Good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, please.
Yes, I have a girl, a daughter.
Okay.
Her age is, she's 9 years old now.
Okay.
And she has all the signs that the doctor mentioned.
Okay.
She didn't work in time. She could not talk. She talked when she was 3 years.
Okay.
She started working at age 2.
Okay.
And now she finds it difficult to write. She has started reading small.
Okay.
But her reading is confident.
Mr. Ben, do you have a question for her?
Yeah, no. I mean, I get it.
All right. Mr. Ben will jump on this in a moment. Just listen, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Let's speak with Abimbola. Abimbola is a first-time caller. After Abimbola would answer the two together. Abimbola, morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm calling as regards the topic and my child.
Yes, please.
Yes, he's 6-year-old and he's doing fine, very energetic. But then, as regards reading, I found out that to spell, to read, there's this fear in him. He like yesterday, he came home with a verbal reasoning and I saw 15. But then, when I saw the spellings, I was like, no, I know your ability. And they had to come then tell me, yes, it was my auntie that spelled it. I said, yes, I know you couldn't spell this. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I give him time a lot, but I don't know.
Do you spend time with him? Do you go through reading and spelling with him?
Yes, on a daily basis. That was why I could know those spellings were not from him. Before he now had to open up to tell me it was Ant that spelled everything.
Okay. All right, Abimbola, just keep listening. Mr. Ben will attend to those two now. Mr. Ben?
Yeah, first, let's start with Abimbola. The frustration of being the parent to help the child is always there. And sometimes it's extremely difficult to manage your own emotions when you see the child struggling with the things that you think should be easy. And the child is actually really struggling. I told you the first time I worked with my son when he was 9, I almost killed him that day because I was surprised that he couldn't even spell.
You were shocked?
Yeah. Couldn't even spell house. He said K. And I said, watch my lips. House. He said, oh, M. Okay. At that point, I realized something was wrong.
That must be heartbreaking.
Of course.
Really heartbreaking.
And this is why I'm talking to Bimbola, because that's a frustration. A lady in Abuja, in that frustration, picked up her perfume bottle by the bedside and hit the child's head.
Oh, my
And complicated
God.
the matter because the head,
Oh,
that
my.
particular part of the brain where the reading is where she's hitting.
Oh, my.
You know, I talked about dyslexia being a brain condition.
Yes, you did.
Some of the things we do to our children. Where do we beat our children at home? On the head.
On the head.
Where do school beat the children? On the head. So that is even complicating the problem because that injury to the brain at that particular point could result in a struggle.
What should Abimbola do?
Abimbola and Mrs.
Adegbami.
Yeah. Please, I would ask you to please look for a center.
Yeah.
There are several of them.
Wait, you're going to give out your own number?
Yes, I'll give her the numbers
Please,
later on.
please,
Should I give them now or later?
Please give it now.
Okay. If you want to call our centers, we have a center. Luckily, we have a center in Ikeja on Oremeta Street, and we have one in Lekki Phase 1. So if you want to call the Ikeja Center, please call 0803 323 1928. I'll take it again. 0803 323 1928. And if you want to call the Lekki Center is located at number 17J, Freedom Way, off Ikate bus stop, Lekki Phase 1. The number to call is 0814 039 1262. 0814 039 1262. So if you call any of these numbers, they'll tell you the process for an assessment.
Yeah.
The first step to any support for
Yeah.
the child
Yeah.
is an assessment.
Get an assessment first.
Get an assessment so that we can see the strengths and weaknesses of the child's cognitive skills. We can also establish the extent of reading proficiency, whether average, below average, above average.
Of the
And
child.
then we can also test the third thing that most other people don't test, which is the focus and concentration, whether the child has attention deficit disorder or not. And if the child does not have attention deficit disorder, then irrespective of where you live, we can support you remotely. We have the technology to support you right in your home or your office, if you're an adult, from wherever you might be, if you don't have attention deficit disorder.
Fantastic.
It's only when you have attention deficit disorder that we now say, oh, you have to come to the center.
Let's take a few more calls, Mr. Ben. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Okay, my name is Henry.
Welcome, Henry. Welcome.
Okay, my question is straightforward. I'd like to thank the gentleman. He's really doing a very good work.
Thank you, Henry.
Okay, my question is this. One of the reasons most people find it difficult to approach such centers is due to finance. You understand? I want to ask the gentleman, how affordable is this process?
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
In terms of the cost.
Affordability.
Yes.
I get you, Henry. I get you. Thank you. We're going to speak with Victor quickly. Victor, hi. Morning to you.
Hello, Sheriff.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, you guys are doing well. My name is Victor. I'm calling from Oshodi. Good morning, doctor.
I'm not a doctor.
He's not a
It's
doctor.
Okay. It's fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Victor.
Good morning to your guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually want to speak. It's about my 2-year-old son. He completed 2 years this month.
Okay.
And he has been trying to talk, but the normal way they talk things you don't understand. But I'm getting confused that he has not started making sentences. Is there anything with it, or is it because I actually told my wife that we'll be using our native language to speak with him in the house.
Okay.
So that when he goes to the nanny, that they will be using English to communicate with him. So I am feeling, is there complication in his choice of which language will he start with? But for now, he has not started making constructive sentences. Is it as a result of the native language, the Hebrew language? I told my wife, let us start it with, so that he will be familiar with it.
Okay.
If he wants to learn English, he
All
will
right.
start with that one.
All right, Victor. Thank
I
you.
just want to know where the complication
Thank you,
is.
Victor. Mr. Ben, let me take Alex. Alex in Ikeja. She's already on the line. After Alex, then we'll merge the 3 calls together. Alex, hi. Morning to you.
Yeah, hi, Sheriff, and hello to your guests. I have 2 quick things to point out. One is it a medical remedy that is a solution? Because he says, your guest says he's not a doctor. That's the first question I have. Now, the second one is, I have a child who has lived with me virtually for all his life, right? And from a very young age, she's about 19 now.
Okay.
From a very young age, I've always suspected that there was something with his comprehension. And one of the fights we've always had is take instructions once. Every other thing is normal with him. He's just a normal kid from the way I assess him from a layman's, But one of the things I observe is that he doesn't take instructions once. And that's the quarrel we've always had, that, okay, is it that you are not hearing me? Is it that you are not understanding me? It's like, from my own view, it's like when you tell him something, I'm thinking that in his brain he's saying, finish saying what you want to say. I want to say something. Do you understand? He's not relating with what all your concerns.
All right, Alex. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that dyslexia? That's what I want to find out.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let me start with Alex and then I go up the questions.
Yeah.
First, you point out very well. One of the things you said is about lack of comprehension, which is one of the signs and symptoms of dyslexia. The other thing is that sometimes when you speak to the person not wanting to answer or not giving you a response, that's also a sign of processing speed, how fast the person processes information. Now, most people, when you ask them, even if you find children on the spectrum, you ask them, what's your name? It takes a long time to answer. So what happens? The caregiver of the parent jumps in and says, oh, his name is John. Right? So he gets used to that very often.
Yeah.
So when the next time somebody says, what's your name? He turns to
just
the caregiver.
waits for a backup.
No, he turns to the caregiver or the mother.
Oh, yeah.
But I tell parents, don't do that. Allow him answer because you're helping his processing speed. So what this is about is that when you give instructions and they're not carried out immediately, the person is processing. And this is might be an indication that the person has low processing speed. Okay. Again, you need to do an assessment to see the strengths and weaknesses. There are 7 of those cognitive skills. That assessment will give us the strengths and weaknesses of those. The person
7. Is 19. Is it still manageable?
Yeah. It's still manageable. Except when we find the strengths and the weaknesses, it might take longer to rewire the brain. Okay. The brain can be rewired. It might take longer for people above 16. Yeah. But it is doable.
It's very possible.
Doable. Okay. Now, going back to Victor.
Victor
has
about
the Igbo language, and English language thing. I think it's a good thing for you to do both languages. Children have the capacity for speaking up to 7 languages from the age of 2 until they are 8. They can learn and speak up to 7 languages. So keep doing what you are doing. But the point is that you need to be consistent. And if you do have a problem identifying whether the child is actually willing to communicate or not, then seek the help of a speech therapist. Okay. The speech therapist would always help you to be able to fix what the problem is.
Affordability.
Affordability. Affordability, yes, I would say that our programs are affordable because, if not for commercial interest, I would have said it's affordable, but call those numbers and then find out exactly. Now, but to be totally transparent with you, for some people, given the current economic situation, current level of challenges that families are facing, for some people that this might appear to be unaffordable because of the fact that there is no government intervention, there's no philanthropic support, even though that's a challenge we face. People come to us and say, oh, but you're a foundation. It doesn't mean because we're a foundation we should be doing things.
And where do you get your funding from?
Exactly. We don't have any support. Exactly. All the funding and support that we currently have is from the founders, the board of trustees, and a couple of people who are giving. But it is affordable. So call, if you are in, Henry was in the Ikeja area, call 0803-323-1928 and 0814-039-1262 if you're in Lekki to see, ask them. And in fact, right now, or to the end of October, there's a promo for assessments. So take advantage of that.
Fantastic. I have a lot of people on Facebook asking for your numbers, but we'll repeat that in a moment. But let's take one call. We have a very tiny short break coming up. But let's see if we can switch in this call before that break comes on. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
Morning.
Hello, good morning.
We can hear you. Good morning.
Hello?
Oh, you can't hear us. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Anonymous speaking from Florida.
Fantastic. Talk to us.
Okay, I'm actually 17 years old, and I think I'm dyslexic because I think I'm very, very forgetful. Very, very forgetful. Like if my mommy tell me I should do something, I'll have to go inside and think. I have to wait for a second and think about it. Then I'll remember. So I want to ask him that, is this part of dyslexia?
How old are you?
How old are you?
17.
17.
I'm 17.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Again.
Can you read?
Yes, I can read.
And you can write?
Yes.
And you can spell?
Write, but spelling is the issue.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right then, Anonymous. Keep listening.
Keep listening.
Mr. Ben?
Okay. First, one of the there are 2 cognitive skills that are related to memory. One is short-term memory and the other is long-term memory. And when you do that cognitive assessment, it gives us a measure for both of them. So this is a clear case of someone whose memory is not too good. I mean, without doing the assessment, I can see that from what you are saying. But the only way to confirm it is to do the assessment in those places I've talked about. Then we will see the other 6.
Yeah.
Because there are 7 cognitive skills. Memory is just one of them.
Right.
So that we can see, and you say you can read and write. That's very good. That means auditory skills are good, but spelling, which also related to memory.
Yeah.
Because you have to know the arrangements of the alphabets and the sounds to be able to spell.
Mr. Ben, we need to go to break now, but when we return, I need to answer Alex's question.
Yeah.
Alex asked about whether there is a medical remedy to it.
Yeah.
Let's go to break, Lagos. We'll be right back. Stay with us here on the Morning Crossfire.
This is an infomercial.
An American company in Lekki, Lagos is recruiting qualified sales representatives that own a car and a valid driver's license. Are you ambitious, hardworking? Do you have a great attitude? Are you ready to take your career to the next level? Here's an opportunity for you. Please call 0815-705-0505 or 0905-637-4258 to book for an interview.
Oh yes, we're back. I told you it's going to be it was a short one. Mr. Ben, let's attempt Alex's question about whether it has a medical remedy or something.
Thank you so much, Alex. And this is, in all honesty, dyslexia is not a disease. And this is the mistake people make. They think that dyslexia is a medical condition. It's nothing to do with, it's not a disease, it's not a medical condition. Yeah? Because it is not a disease, it has no cure. You can't cure dyslexia like you cure malaria or typhoid or the rest of them, or any other medical condition. That's why people like us are allowed in, because I'm a psychologist, I'm an applied psychologist. It's more an educational intervention. So, but then we use tools, which are educational tools, for the rewiring of the brain. But we do understand, of course, psychologists understand the functioning of the brain and the mind, relationship between the brain and the mind. So that's why it's not a medical... There's no medical remedy. And I've seen so many parents who go to the hospitals. They do an MRI scan or CT scan. And the doctors say there's absolutely nothing wrong with your child. So they come back and say, so what are you talking about? Now, let me say this. I'm speaking through a microphone.
Okay.
That's a physical microphone. There's a function. I don't see the function of the microphone, which is echoing my sound. The brain functions are not seen, at least up to now in Nigeria. You can't find the brain functions in an MRI scan. You can't. It's only recently, about 2-3 years now, that you can do an fMRI scan in the US or in developed countries. fMRI means functional MRI. So you can see the function of the brain. But you can see the structure of the brain. And that's what they see here and say, oh, there's nothing wrong with the brain. It's all in place.
Right.
So because dyslexia is not a disease, you cannot cure it. You can manage it. You learn how to... that's one of the things we do in the training. We give people the skills to be able to carry on. For instance, if you see a new word that you haven't known before, you know how to sound it. Then you know how to spell it. If you can sound it, you can spell it. And then you find out what usage, how you can use it. It's all part of the training.
Right.
So I guess with that few points, I think we have been able to...
Okay, all right. Let's take a few more calls. I think we have about 3 more minutes to go. Let's see if we can squeeze in 2 questions. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Morning, sir.
Yes, we can hear you. Go on.
Okay. Actually, what the doctor is saying is very correct because I have a child.
Okay.
My name is Benjamin first.
Welcome, Benjamin.
I have a child and... Sir?
Go on, Benjamin. Go on. Go on, please.
Okay. I have a child and the child will be around 14, 15 now.
Okay.
But the child is so aggressive. Point 1. Another thing is that he does not like mathematics at all. But in English, he's very good in English. And he can even compete with anybody in SS3, SS3 in what do you call it? In reading.
Okay.
But the problem he has is that he's so aggressive. He plays too much. He cannot even carry anything at all. He will start playing from morning to evening. He will not go concentrate. But for about 5 years now, I have not been going to school. Because when I found out that problem, we take her to hospital in one psychiatric hospital in Benin. They administer a medicine. And that medicine makes him to be shaking, and shaking, and somebody who has was already taking if you taking it,
Why? What did they diagnose? What did they tell you that your child has?
Yes, they say he has dementia, and the other thing is that he's hyperactive.
He's hyperactive.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Benjamin.
All right.
Hold on, Mr. Ben. Sam is here already. Let's speak with Sam. He's in the call. Sam, morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, please. Quickly.
Thank you for what you're doing, and I appreciate the guests you brought. Yeah, a lot of people, that is why maybe you need to continue this program, like seriously. Like myself, I'm a big testament to this. I remember when I was almost in primary 6, I couldn't read.
Okay.
But now, I don't think I'm yet to see what I cannot read.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Keep hitting a child on the head or shouting on them will really discourage them and to go a long way to really destroy them. That's what a lot of people don't know. Look at Richard Branson, was once a dyslexic patient.
He's dyslexic there.
Other great people like that.
Right.
Even Thomas Edison like that. So a lot of them. The problem I have now is I have a brother, when I tell him something, he doesn't do it.
Sam, I need to go. I'm really, really sorry. I want to listen to that story, but I must go now. Mr. Ben, we can't even attend to Benjamin's situation because we are completely out of time. But please, one thing I wanted to do now is to, again, give out your details so people can call and follow up with you and ask the questions that they want to ask. I mean, we've done our bit in creating awareness on dyslexia. Please, go ahead.
Thank you so much. And please, Benjamin and others, please, call any of our centers. We have centers in Ikeja, in Lekki, in Abuja, and in Port Harcourt. The numbers to reach particularly for Ikeja is 0803 323 1928. 0803 323 1928. And to reach Lekki, it's 0814 039 1262.
We must go now.
If you call any of those numbers, they can give you the other ones for Abuja and for Port Harcourt.
Thank you so much. Mr. Ben Arikpo is the chairman, board of trustees, Dyslexia Foundation. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lagos, for joining us today. Wamima will be here any moment now to talk about your e-Naira conversation. Yeah, I said your e-Naira conversation. The news is next, after which Wamima will be here. Stay here on Nigeria Info 99.3. Lovely morning to you.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.